Namaste. This is David Hawthorne at astroview.com. Today is the 26th of May, 2024. So the following is just a short video for the systems approach to Vedic astrology students who already know most of the techniques. But this is the horoscope for this devastating landslide in Papua, New Guinea. This is on Friday, May the 24th, about 3 a.m. So this gives Meena, Lagna, Pisces rising sign, the 12th sign. Now, if you are a systems approach student, you know that for Pisces rising sign, there are 3 grahas that are not favorable, 3 planets. The 6th house ruler, Sun, the 8th house ruler, Venus, and the 12th house ruler, Saturn. And of course, Rahu and Ketu, north and south nodes of the moon, are functional malefic planets for every horoscope. And I promise you that any time Rahu and Ketu, notice they're at 20 degrees, any time they're close to a person's or a country or some event close to the ascendant degree, which is we call the most effective point of every house. In this case, you can round it off to 20 degrees. This is 20 degrees, about 20 and a half. This is a very strong 95% affliction in the houses that Rahu and Ketu occupy and in the houses they aspect. Because they're in even signs, 6 and 12, and because they throw an aspect 5, 7, and 9 houses from where they sit, then they are afflicting, in this chart, they are afflicting 6 of the 12 houses, including the first house of health and appearance, even longevity, the 3rd house of self-initiatives, 5th house of mind, children, 7th house of relationships, 9th house of good fortune, 11th house of income and friendships. They're all afflicted by Rahu and Ketu. Well, this also undermines Mars, ruling property, in the 2nd house of wealth, status, and continuation of family life. So this can cause discontinuation of family life. Over almost 700 people died in this landslide, at least. Most likely be more. But whenever Rahu and Ketu afflict houses, they also undermine the planets in those houses. So Guru, Shukra, and Surya, Jupiter, Venus, and Sun, all become utterly weak because of Ketu's influence here. And Chandra, Moon, was already in its debilitation sign, and then in a house under the affliction of Rahu. Mercury becomes weak because the landlord, the dispositor, Mars, is in a house that's afflicted, and it is afflicted. That's property matters. The Mahadasha is Shani, Saturn, which is in the 12th house. Saturn in this chart is considered well placed. However, whenever a planet's within 5 degrees of the most effective point, it will have an impact in the house it occupies and aspects. Now, Saturn does not bother this house because he rules this house. This is Shani in Kumbh, Saturn in Aquarius. But this activates because that, if you add 5 to that, you get 25, and this is 24. It's within the 5-degree orb. So that activates Saturn's 3rd, 7th, and 10th aspects. So those are not good because that 12th house is losses. It can even be end of life. So it undermines Mercury, it undermines this house, and it undermines this house as well. But now we come on to another problem. Surya, Sun, was the operating planet. We take the subperiod ruler as the Antardasha as the operating planet. By the way, some astrologers go 3 levels deep, 4 levels deep, 5 levels deep. Some astrologers will not read just from the ascendant or rising sign. They will also read from the moon sign. Some will read from the sun sign. Some will count houses from houses. It's called Bhavat Bhavam. Some people will use a mathematical system called Ashtaka, Varga, and Bindu points. Professor Chowdhury, who founded Systems Approach to Vedic Astrology, a long time ago, he said, those astrologers using so many techniques are on a ring road in Delhi. They are traveling in circles. They're never arriving anywhere. We want to arrive somewhere. So we only take the Mahadasha and the Antardasha, and we overlay the transits. In this case, this is the transits. These are the transits. And we just read everything from the ascendant or rising sign, not from the moon sign or something else. But so Sun here, Surya, becomes the operating planet, and it rules his sixth house. Mental tension, accidents, health issues. So look at Sun here, 8 degrees, close to Shukra at 5 degrees. It's 5.5. You can round it up to 9 if you want, but it's still within the 5-degree orb. So Sun rules the 6th house of Dustan Baba. Venus rules the 8th house of Dustan Baba. Rulers of the 6th, 8th, and 12th houses become functional malefic planets, but only if that planet's mul trikona sign is in the 6th, 8th, or 12th. This is why Pisces can have a lot of challenges in life. Taurus persons have trouble too. It's because they have 3 planets plus Rahu and Ketu causing trouble. So they only have 4 planets that can support them. But in this case, Sun and Venus are afflicting each other. I would call this a planetary war. And they're both within 5 degrees of moon. Look at that 7th aspect. It's about 5 degrees, but this is about 2 degrees. So this is a mess. Total mess. Mudslide mess. Landslide mess. And Guru Jupiter, ruling the 10th house of Karma, 5 degrees. Venus, ruling the 8th house of accidents and death-like experiences, is afflicting Jupiter. And Sun, ruling health issues and mental tension, also afflicting Sun. Sun is afflicting Venus and Jupiter. Venus is afflicting Jupiter and Sun. So this is a mess. So I just wanted to illustrate, you can take any major event, whether it's launching a space shuttle, a plane crash, mudslide, earthquakes, all these things. You just run the chart for the location and the date and the time, and you should see the significant event. So, of course, our hearts and prayers are for the lost people and their families. So I hate to be a little clinical about things, but it's so important as astrologers that we see the cause and effect. Everything is cause and effect. So I hope this short video will be of help to the systems approach to Vedic astrology students.